Hello, everybody, and welcome to another installment. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Shauna Spillin' the Presley Tea. And boy, do I have a show for you tonight. It has been a few weeks since I've been live. Sorry, guys. I've had things come up, people to talk to. I got sick, and just been busy. So thank you guys for joining me this evening. And thanks, everybody, for the birthday wishes yesterday. I appreciate it so much. Um, Thank you for showing me the love. I appreciate it. It's been uh, a joyful ride having this channel for you guys and being able to tell you guys the truth as I see it. Okay, so I appreciate it. Okay, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Jennifer, for being here tonight. Michelle, Connie, Kathy, hello. It's good to see you back. You've been sick? Oh, honey, I know that one. I've been kind of ill too, so I get it. I get it. But thank you guys for joining me this evening. I appreciate it. We've got a good show lined up for you guys tonight. I have a few things that I would like to say. I have been doing some research, and we've got a few things to talk about. So thank you guys for joining me. Let's give them something to talk about. Hey, substance use disorder nurse. Hello. I'm glad to see you here too. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see what I've got here. Hey, William from DeQuincy, Louisiana. Thank you. I had a wonderful birthday. I wish it went on a Thursday night. Next year, it'll be on a Friday night. I'll be able to enjoy it more. Being on a weeknight, not much I can do. Got to go to bed early. Got to get up early and make that money. But I did enjoy it as much as I could. So thank you. Rosalind, hi. So glad to see you in here tonight too. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. Velvis, hello. Well, hello there. It's been a long, long time. How am I doing? Well, I guess I'm doing fine. We're gonna talk about Prissy Pants and how she's at it once again. Ain't it funny how she gets away time and time again? Yes, I'm going to get after it, Jennifer. Thank you for being here, girl. I was going to wait for a few more people before we begin. I have been talking to my friend Brigitte Kruse, and there's a few things that I want to tell you guys tonight. Some channels haven't caught on. So thank you for joining me, because I'm going to give you something that maybe some of you guys don't know. She's doing that elder abuse case against Brigitte, and there's a thing or two I'd like to tell you guys about it, because some of the channels aren't talking about this. They're just breezing by. They're just passing over it. They're just going on. They're going on not being on her side and going on the opposition side, or they're going against both of them. And it's like, wait a minute. They don't understand the gist of it. And if they did understand the gist of it, then they would at least understand and respect the fact that Brigitte did get wronged by Priscilla. Priscilla is lying through her teeth like she always has lied through her teeth. She's getting by through her chinny chin chin, because it certainly isn't her face. And there's a lot of things going on about this case, and I'm going to tell you guys some things about it tonight. Yeah. Now, guys, it was Easter last Sunday, and I hope you had a good last Easter this last weekend. And it was my birthday yesterday. A lot of things have been going on. So I'm glad I could be here for you guys tonight. Just a few more people. Few more people. Come in, come in, come in. Welcome, welcome. Hey Ashley. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was pretty good. It was a weeknight, but it was okay for a birthday. I mean, I'm alive. I'm still here. Thank you, dear Lord, for blessing me with another year on this earth. You know, once you get past a certain age, it's kind of just a day like any other. My editor did a very good job doing my birthday video. If you guys have not seen it, oh my gosh, you guys should see it after this. I think you might enjoy it. I had fun. Isn't that what counts? To have fun? One thing that I tell everybody is be good or be good at it. So be good or be good at it, folks. That's basically it. Hey, Lisa. Hello. William, I'm reading Joe Esposito's book, Good Rockin' Tonight. Oh, good. I'm glad. Everybody needs to read these Elvis books. They're good, they're bad, they're ugly, but there are some very good things and contradictory books. It's true. Cross-reference the dates and times of what people write in these books. You can pretty much put a puzzle together of what Elvis's life was. Yep. Molly, what up? You didn't miss a thing, darling. I just started. So you didn't miss much. Birthdays are sure different when you're older. Yes, I've seen your birthday video. Thank you, Jennifer. And it is. Once you get older and you've seen everything and done everything, it's kind of like it's just another day, but it's just a blessing that you're on this earth another day. You know what I'm saying? Queen Scott, hello. Hello, hello. Glad you could make it. Hello, hello. Welcome aboard. Yes, yes, I'm back to singing again. Can't you tell? I haven't been sick in a while, so my voice is here to stay. And I know there'll be some people in the comment section below tomorrow be like, Shauna, please don't sing. It's like, why? It makes me happy. Shouldn't we all do stuff to make us happy? Kelsey, hey girl, welcome. Oh, Ashley. She said, you look like you're aging backward. Girl, bless you. Thank you. Really, I appreciate it. You know, just 2 more years and I'll be 50. Mm-mm-mm. 2 more years and I'll be 50 years old. 50! Lord have mercy. Lisa says, how's Brigitte's little girl doing? She's doing better. It's just been really rough on them. You know, Brigitte isn't just a businesswoman. She's also a mother of 3 children. And 2 of those children are autistic. And it's hard on her. It really is. So, I mean, she's doing the best that she can. Margaret, hi. You'll be 58 February 18th, William. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Queen Scott, for the belated birthday. I appreciate it. Okay. Yes, you can't fix stupid, William. No matter what. There's not enough duct tape in the world that'll fix stupid. Or Gorilla Glue. Stupid is as stupid does, in the words of Forrest Gump's mom. And it just keeps getting more stupid the more we get through all of this stuff. And it seems to me that a lot of people have forgotten that it wasn't a win for Priscilla the other day. It was not. People forgot that Brigitte is also taking Priscilla to court, and there's 2 court cases going on plus EPE. That's 3. So it's not been easy for her, and it's not been easy for her children. And she's been getting death threats. Death threats! Really, out of everything, she's getting death threats. And the thing is, the FBI is on the case. Yep. Yep. Not the local police, but the FBI, it's been getting really rough for her. Jennifer said Prissy has Gorilla Glue on her face. Well, something's got to hold up that fake expression she always has. Michelle, I was 72 in February, honey. I love to be 50 again. Life was just beginning at 50. Oh, yeah, we take for granted sometimes what our life is until we get older. That is for sure. That is for sure. Purple Green, hi. Ashley, Brigitte messaged me and informed me of some of this, and it really hurt my soul. People are sick. I appreciated her even reaching out to update. Well, she tries, and that email is still out there if you guys want to write her. The thing is, she'll get to it eventually, but with her kid being sick and the court case going and EPE trying to take her to court and the death threats, it's been rough. And I know she had plans on making her own channel and getting the truth out there. And it'll happen. People just need to be patient. You know, there are some things that she can say and there are things that she can't. So you have to be patient. She'll get around to it. Ashley, you think EPE would have other things to do. You would think, because they had no issue with any of this stuff in 2021. They had no issue with any of this stuff in 2022 or 2023. The only time they had issue with any of this stuff is because Priscilla is looking bad. And if Priscilla looks bad, then EPE looks bad. And this is the only reason why EPE is taking Brigitte to court, because they're trying to clean up Priscilla's poo-poo. They're cleaning up her poo-poo mess. She made a boo-boo poo-poo, and they're cleaning it up. You know, I've said this before. So they're going to clean up her mess, and that's what they're trying to do. I've heard a message, and I can't play it for you because I don't have it, but I heard a message. And when Brigitte goes to court, she's going to play this stuff. But I heard a message of Joel telling her that he didn't have an issue with any of this collection that she was selling. He didn't have an issue with this stuff until recently because it's making Priscilla look bad. And if Priscilla looks bad, then EPE looks bad as well. And when I heard that voice message and Joel was speaking, it was wow. Because it shows complete contradiction of what they're trying to spill right now during the court hearings. So I hope that when she gets to go to court with them eventually, she can play his voice recording to her on her phone. And the judge changes their idea and throws the case out. Because I heard Joel say he had no issue with it. None. So him saying that on voice message does not look good. It does not look good. Ashley, Priscilla will always look bad. Doesn't make a difference what happens or what anyone does to try to erase her past. True. That is true. And, you know, she's got that book out. And God almighty, I hate the whole idea of it. We knew it was coming. But the whole premise of it is just a lie. And the fact that she's calling it Softly as I Leave You. She didn't leave him softly, folks. She left him with a bang. When did she leave him softly? When did Chrissy Pants leave Elvis softly? She didn't leave him softly. She left him with a bang. And it hurt so bad that when she left him for another man, Mike Stone, Elvis threw a fit to the point where he was thinking of breaking the law. He was so angry. So her calling her book Softly as I Leave You is gag. Okay? It's gag. All right, she didn't leave him softly. She left him with a bang. And the fact that I hope this is not the cover to her book. What is she claiming Graceland as her own? Is this what she's trying to do? Is this her home? You know, in her book Elvis and Me, all she did was talk bad about Graceland. It was her prison. She didn't feel at home unless she was in California, right? She hated Memphis. Yet she's getting all these awards. Does Memphis do their research? Don't they know that this woman hated Memphis, Tennessee? She did. She hated it. So the last award that she got, uh, she hated Memphis. She hated it. The only person in this family besides Elvis that loved Memphis was Lisa Marie. So it kind of ticks me off that she decided to call the book Softly as I Leave You. She didn't leave him softly. She left him with a bang right in the heart, like a dagger right there. She didn't care. She didn't care how Elvis felt. She told him right before he was to go on stage that she was leaving him. She did not care, you know? Casey, the book title is just like everything else she does, lies. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ashley, life after couldn't leave Graceland off the cover. Pathetic. She is pathetic. It's written all over her face. Okay? She's so vain. She's so vain that she had to mess it with it and mess with it and mess with it, and now she's ruined herself. Molly, she looks like Jack Nicholson when he played the Joker in Batman with Michael Keaton. He doesn't have his Joker makeup on. Scary. Yeah, yeah, it got messed up. She really was so vain. It would have been nice to see her age gracefully, but see that. It's all fake. It's all fake. Velvis agreed. Bang, yes. Francis, I used to live in Lake Charles in Louisiana. It's a nice area, but it gets hot and lots of mosquitoes outside in summer. Ooh, that sounds awful, Francis. I mean, I live in Georgia and the mosquitoes are bad enough here. Yeah. William says Prissy Pants so ugly she could scare Godzilla. Ashley, what new information could she possibly tell us? Nobody cares about her career as an actress because it wasn't acting, it was garbage. Nobody cares about Provolone or all the men she's been with. No, but she always wants to be relevant and she always wants to stay in the news, right? And the mainstream media will say nothing against her. Have you guys noticed? You know, Brigitte Kruse has been trying to go to all the mainstream media outlets to tell her story, and nobody. What's up with that? Why? She's gone to Rolling Stone magazine, which she can't stand Rolling Stone magazine because of how they treated her. She's tried to do TMZ. She's gone to every place she can think of to tell her side of the story, and they won't listen. Their narrative about Priscilla is all lies. Half of them that interview her or have any story to say about her is always good, in a good light, and they try to throw in there that she's his widow, not the ex-wife. So it makes you think, is she paying the media? Is that why she's going broke? Is that why she needs all this money before she dies? All this money, all this money? Because she's buying the media? Does she need all this money to buy judges? Does she need all this money to buy off Scientology so they keep her secret? These are good questions because that's what I think. Because it seems like the mainstream media give her a good light, and it also seems like anybody who says anything about her has to tell things in a good light. And all the judges in California always side with her. And Scientology keep her secrets. So I think that's where a lot of this money that she keeps trying to get is coming in. Granted, she lives a lifestyle of a rich queen, right? But I think she's paying off a lot of these. I think she's been doing this for years. And I think EPE and Scientology have something to do with it. But that's just my personal opinion that I've been digging, and that's what I can come up with. But the multimedia, all the media outlets have only good things to say about her, and they never make her look bad in a bad light at all. Rosalind, I will never read her new book of lies. Priscilla using that beautiful song is disgusting. It is a beautiful song, and she's using it to be relevant and using an Elvis song to do so for her book. But I will say this. I know you guys, a lot of you are not going to buy her book, but do not threat. Unfortunately, and fortunately, I have pre-ordered the book, and I will be getting the book, and I'm going to read the book, and we're going to debunk these lies in the book. We're going to show the book for what it is. If you guys join me, I will be able to talk to you about the book. I'm going to read you as much as I can, not word for word, but I'm going to give you the gist of the book, and I'm going to debunk it the best that I can. We're going to have Elvis and me in one hand, and we're going to have her stupid lie book number 2 in the other hand, and we're going to combine them both, and I'm going to debunk her lies. So I hope you guys join me when her book does come out, okay? Could you possibly tell us? Nobody cares about her career as an actress. Oh, I read you already. Sorry. Kelsey, I feel like Priscilla will do the same thing to Lisa Marie as she did with Elvis and Elvis and me. Well, I already told you guys that I believe the reason why she wants a book number 2 is because Lisa Marie had her book, right? And I think her book number 2 is a way to discredit Lisa Marie's book. She was waiting all this time, right, to find out what was in Lisa's book. And so she can sit down and think about the timelines and think, oh, what's the best way to discredit Lisa's book? Well, this is a good way of doing it. So I really think that book number 2 is just a way to discredit Lisa's book, and also a way to tell us fake lies. Because she did say there's going to be things in this book number 2 that she's never mentioned before. Excuse me. It's been 52, 53 years since she left Elvis. So, and most of the people died off. So if she were to tell us something that Elvis said and nobody's alive to dispute that, it would be easy for her to say whatever she wanted to say, right, guys? It would. It would. Most of the people are dead but her. You know that expression, the good die young? I have a feeling she's going to live for a very long time. She'll probably be 105 years old. You know? Jerry, I'd have to reconsider book burning for her new book. She paid for it to be published. Yes, she did pay for it to be published. Nobody wanted to publish it. She had to pay her own money to publish this book. Crazy, right? It just keeps getting better and better. Kelsey says the mainstream media. Girl, you know it. They do. And according to Brigitte, that's what they're doing to her. They won't listen to anything Brigitte has to say, and it's crazy because she has so much to say, guys. Oh my gosh, there's so much that she has told me, and so much that I've heard in messages, in voice messages, that would just, and the way she acted, and the way she talked when Lisa died. If the mainstream media knew exactly how Priscilla was acting when Lisa died, they would have a field day. They would have a field day. If the mainstream media published any of the recordings that Priscilla got recorded when Lisa died of saying and doing, she would be enemy number one. And it would make you guys cry and would make you guys cringe. It's just ridiculous. And her trying to play the grieving mother. It's just so sad. It's so sad. Multi-Shama. Either she or Scientology paid them off. That's what I've been saying for years. Jesse. Hi, Shauna. Sorry I'm late on here. That's okay. Purple Green. Maybe greetings short of Mala hoping books will sold out. I doubt it. Moolah. Yeah, it's all about the money, Purple Green. All about the money. Money, honey. She cares about the money. Margaret. Prissy has probably paid them or other things with them. Yeah. Yeah. Ruby. It's always been about the money, and it always will be. It's about the money and the recognition. Because you know now that she thinks that she's the savior of Graceland. It's sad. She thinks she's the savior of Graceland, and she's not. She wasn't. Francis, she'll probably go back to Piers Morgan for an interview to promote her book. He seems like he has a crush on her. Just look at the interview she did with him. Please turn off the camera. I'm so sad right now. I'm going to pretend to cry. That's how she was. You know, I mean, come on. She was fine a second before. Queen Scott. I lived in real time and seen how her and Mike Stone flaunted the relationship around California, both doing interviews about the breakup. Yeah, they didn't care. They didn't care about Elvis. They didn't care about his feelings. And they definitely did not care about the little girl, Lisa Marie. They didn't care about her. They cared about the recognition that Priscilla was Elvis's ex-wife, and that was it. They didn't care about Lisa during all of that. They didn't care. Molly, yes, she's paying Scientology to keep her secrets. That's all it is. And the and the Presley name doesn't hurt. It never hurt. You know, she was Beaulieu after the divorce, and she went back to Presley after Elvis died. Why is that? You know, we've been talking about this for years. She divorced Elvis. She went back to her maiden name, which is Beaulieu. But once Elvis died, and she wanted to be in the movies and be out there in the limelight and to be seen, she had to be Presley again. Yeah. Jesse, what beautiful song are we talking about that Priscilla used? Softly as I leave you, Jesse. It's sad. She didn't softly leave Elvis. She left him with a bang. William, Piers Morgan must be hard up. Oh, he's just eating into the lies of what the mainstream media has been making Priscilla be all these years. They think she's all that in a bag of chips, and she's not. It was Elvis that was all that in a bag of chips. And in 50 years, we'll remember Elvis Presley. But in 50 years, we will not remember Priscilla. She will be irrelevant. Especially this, guys. I have a funny feeling, and you can quote me on this, but once Priscilla dies, there's a few people holding on to things, and it's going to come out the real truth. Okay? Like, for instance, I believe, and I have seen and heard certain people say this as well, I believe that Priscilla and her parents made Elvis marry her. I also believe that they were sexually active before she married Elvis, because Lisa said that she lost her virginity with Elvis when she was 18, right? And I also believe that Priscilla was pregnant when she married Elvis. Hear me out. Most pregnancies are really 10 months, not 9 months. 10 months. And Lisa was born 9 months to the day of this wedding. I truly believe that she was pregnant before she got married. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm being serious, guys. And I also believe for somebody that loved Elvis, the love of her life, oh, he was the love of my life. I got to make money off him. Oh, he's the love of my life. I also believe that Priscilla was married to another man after Elvis, and she needs to put that in her damn book. I believe that she was married to Marco Garibaldi, secretly, of course, because Lisa Marie in the Irrevocable Trust mentions Marco Garibaldi as being the spouse of Priscilla. So, there you go. Ashley, Elvis and Me, the book was truly atrocious, but Dale McGiff saved that movie because he's beautiful. Oh, Ashley, Dale McGiff was mwah, in the 1987 movie Elvis and Me, the miniseries. Oh my gosh, he saved that miniseries. Oh my gosh, he did. He did. I loved it. I loved it. Velvis, debunk it and then junk it. Girl, you know I'm going to. I'm going to get the book. I'm going to read the book to you, not word for word, but I'm going to give you the gist of it. We're going to debunk it, and then I'm going to chunk it, just like I did Sally Hardell's book right over my head. Ruby. Unfortunately, she was always jealous of her daughter. Always. And it didn't help Lisa that she looked a lot like her father and had her father's mannerisms. And she didn't love Elvis. She couldn't stand him. So if you have a child and you're evil and you have a child that looks like your ex-husband and sounds like your ex-husband and talks like your ex-husband and walks and has mannerisms like your ex-husband, you're not going to love your daughter. I don't think she did. I think she was a meal ticket. I think she was a meal ticket, and I'm going to stick with that. I think towards the end, Lisa knew she was a meal ticket. She was going to take Prissy Pants to court before she died. Brigitte Kruse helped negotiate between Priscilla and Lisa to try to get them to reconcile. She got to the point of them having drinks together before she died, right after the Golden Globes. And then Lisa died. And none of it happened. None of it came out that she was displeased with her mother because it got stopped before it started. But I'm hoping upon Priscilla's death that a lot of this stuff and then some is going to come out. Because a lot of people have been holding on to stuff until Priscilla dies. Because you know how Priscilla loves to sue. Look how she's trying to sue Brigitte for $1 million. So another bit of information that I know that I think that you guys would enjoy finding out is, you know how in Elvis's divorce, number 2, he had a deposition. And we know what Elvis said about Priscilla in his deposition, but nobody knows what Priscilla Presley's deposition was. There's a man out there that has that. Yes, there is. There's somebody that has that. And when she dies, said man will finally be able to put that out for the whole public to see. I am waiting for that day. That day will make me a happy camper. That day will make you all happy too, because it's going to make her look like the way we all know that she is. It's going to make her look like the evil, vile, hurtful woman she has been all these years. It's going to make her look like the devil. And I can't wait for that day. And I know there'll be some Priscilla lovers that would be like in the comment section, "Oh, Shauna, how can you be so cruel? Priscilla is human and she loved Elvis." It's like, please. They have not done their research enough to understand that we know she did not love Elvis. If she loved Elvis, she would not have used him all these years like she used him. And she would have not used his daughter all the years that she used Lisa. And if you knew what I knew, guys, she would have not have done Lisa Marie the way that she done when Lisa died. It's horrible. It's horrible behind the scenes. It'd make you guys sick to know what I know. Yep, she's always jealous of her daughter. William, Prissy Pants' new book, Make Good Firewood. Haha. Baraka Resurrection. Happy birthday, Shauna. Thank you, Lisa Poole. I bet Oprah would interview Brigitte. Nobody's going to interview Brigitte unless something big were to come out, like so bombshell that they have to interview her. And Priscilla would try to put a stop to it. You guys know she would. Purple Green. I'm so sad at Elvis. Can't get Elvis baby Lisa, but I keep trying. Nobody has that book. Are you talking about Lisa's book? I do have a copy or two I'm about to give away of Lisa's book. Velvis, Purple Green. I'm so sorry you can't get the book. Hopefully soon. Baraka Resurrection. But at that age, come on, you give it a rest. When it comes to jealousy against Lisa, it doesn't matter. With Priscilla, it does not matter how many years she was jealous or not. She's been jealous, and she's always been jealous. Elvis fan, late in chat, but when will the truth come out? Well, I will tell you something. There is a hearing coming up July 21st where they're going to find out which jurisdiction the Brigitte Kruse against Priscilla will happen. And it'll be July 21st. And this is when they'll hear Brigitte testify. They're going to let Brigitte testify on everything against Priscilla. And that's when the judge will figure out what jurisdiction the court case will be. But since it started in Florida, 9 times out of 10 with their testimony, and the only reason why Priscilla's elder abuse case will be heard in California is because Priscilla filled out the paperwork in California. So it really was not a win for Priscilla. There's no Priscilla 1, Brigitte Kruse 0. Okay? People are definitely forgetting the fact that wherever you file the paperwork, that's where the jurisdiction is. Okay? So Priscilla did not win anything. She just gets to have her court case in California. But Brigitte gets to testify July 21st to see which jurisdiction her case will be. And I guarantee once they hear her testimony, they're going to keep that court case in Florida. Guarantee. Also, something new in the news you might want to hear. Priscilla Presley will be at the Trash Panda facility tonight in Huntsville, Alabama. She'll be at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo this weekend. Oh, and look at her. She's posing in front of an astronaut suit. Oh. Whoever is in Alabama, you might want to go to this to ask her some questions on our behalf. How in the world could you have treated Lisa the way that you treated her? How could you have done to Elvis what you did to him? How do you continue to be vile and evil, Priscilla? Please, inquiring Elvis minds would like to know. Jessie, Priscilla is so devious. She can't even hide it, even if she wanted to. When I see her interview, she is so fake. Yeah, I know. Elvis. So Priscilla's memory is getting better for new stories about Elvis. Oh yeah. She's going to be making up stories as she goes along. And I know that she has in her book, so she's made up stories. We know it. P. Littenkoff. The savior of Graceland was Blanchard Toole. Yep. Ding, ding, ding. You're right. It was Blanchard O'Toole. Ashley, I really wish we could hear all of those recorded conversations in due time. Right now, they're going to be used as evidence. Kelsey, Priscilla would have been perfect for the role of evil queen in Snow White. Yes, and we already saw her in some kind of play, wasn't it, in England somewhere where she played an evil queen? She tried to sing Elvis's song Trouble. Oh, it was awful. She wasn't singing it. She was talking it. It was awful. Elvis fan, I hope the July 21st date doesn't get canceled. Me too. We all do. You heard the hearing was pushed to 2026, P. Littencott? Is it the hearing between Brigitte versus Priscilla, or was it the hearing Priscilla versus Brigitte? Or was it the hearing between EPE versus Brigitte? Which one? There's three. Casey wants to know, when will we get to hear all the dirt on Brigitte? What she has on her? Well, right now we're doing a court hearing, so everything is evidence. So until the court hearing, we can't really hear the whole dirt. I mean, I've heard things behind closed doors, but I can't possibly tell you guys, and I definitely can't show you the proof because it would ruin Brigitte's court case. Purple Green, that's Vernon's wishing about the autopsy report released in 2027. You know, that, and I have a feeling that something will happen to the point where they're going to close it. I don't think they're really going to show us the autopsy report in 2027. I mean, I'll be surprised if they do. Nessa, hi. Yes, I had a good birthday. And yep, today is Gladys Love's birthday. If my mother would have waited a few hours to give birth to me, I would have shared a birthday with Gladys. That would have been awesome. Queen Scott, I always said she was pregnant. That was the trap, and Stage talked about abortion after marriage. Well, I just, I've heard some things, Queen. I've heard some things of people close to Priscilla. And I heard she was pregnant. And then in Lisa's book, she says Elvis and her mother consummated their relationship at age 18. It says so in Lisa's book. So you guys, come up with your own conclusions, but that's mine. I think that they, as Lisa said, consummated their relationship when she was 18, and I have a feeling by the age of 22 she was pregnant. Ruby, whatever happened to Marco? Do you know if he's still living? Wasn't he about 10 years younger than Prissy? Yes, he was younger than Prissy. I do know he's living, and I also know what really happened to Marco as well. And if I get permission of finding out, well, I already found out about Marco. I know about Marco. Okay, it's not Marco Polo, but I found out about Marco. I found out what happened, why he left, really. The whole story behind it all. But I have to ask permission to tell you guys on the show. But right now I can't. But I found out, but I have to ask permission. Once I ask permission and this person tells me it's okay, I'll tell you guys the dish about Marco Garibaldi Garcia. Okay? But I do know for a fact he was married to Priscilla. Yes, he was. And he was made to sign a non-disclosure agreement upon leaving. He'll never be able to say a word about nothing until the day he dies. I know that for a fact. Queen Scott, there were so many men in her life before Elvis died. He was never the love of her life. Oh, no. And she married another man named Marco, and they were together for 22 years. And even she messed that relationship up. Yep. And you're right, William. God does not like ugliness. Letitia, hello, Shauna. I'm very happy to see you and make it for your live. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Molly, oh, let me guess. She's an astronaut now, too. Anything to stay relevant, Molly. Purple, green. Spacesuit put on her so we don't see just eyes. She didn't put it on. She was just posing in front of one. Lisa Poole. Oprah would interview Brigitte for Lisa. They were very close. Well, Oprah and Lisa were, but Brigitte and Lisa were not. So, and unless it's a story relevant to what Oprah would want to talk about, I don't see her interviewing her anytime soon. Unless it's so big, the bombshell, she'll have to interview her. Molly says that Prissy Pants will be in Mississippi at the Comic-Con, and photos will be $100 and up. Oh, yes. Plus, if you have fake Elvis memorabilia, she'll sign letters of authenticity for you for $500. That's right. She is faking authenticity. She doesn't know one thing about authorizing anything, yet she's going to write them for you guys if you have the right money. Because it's important, the money. The money is always important to her. Molly, Marco solo, because he got the hell away from that trollop. Well, he did, but the way that he had to go and why he had to go, there's so many aspects around this story, guys. And I hope I can be able to tell you soon. But I already found out. But the thing is, I have to ask permission in order to put it on a live and tell you guys where Marco is and why and how he left Prissy Pants. William, I would never pay $100 for a Prissy Pants photo. Neither would I. I wouldn't pay $10 for a Prissy Pants photo. Purple green. Priscilla got that roulette table with men's name on it. Christine, do you think Priscilla will disclose her affair with her dance instructor in her book? Well, she exposed her affair in the last book with her dance instructor. The only thing different is she changed his name in the book Elvis and Me, but it's in there. She already wrote about it. She exposed it in her first book. I'd rather buy Kathy's Westmoreland book, At Least Tell Truth About Elvis. Yes, but it's a very expensive book to buy. Queen Scott, I agree with you. I always thought she was pregnant. She wore that ugly tint to her wedding. She did, but I don't think it has anything to do with the wedding dress. Hear me out, guys. Yes, it was a potato sack of an ugly wedding dress. We can agree on that. But when she was on her honeymoon, she was in this white sailor tight dress, standing in front of a jet with Elvis, about to go on her honeymoon. She had a very tiny waist. I think she was pregnant, but in the very beginning stages of her pregnancy. I think she wasn't even a month along. She's about a month. That's what I think. Molly says that Priscilla gets around like a lazy Susan. Elvis fan. Shauna, can you share where one can get information about Marco? Well, I can share the information about Marco as soon as I ask permission, if I can. But you can't look this stuff up. It's not on Google. It's not on anything. This is somebody that was in the circle, the vicinity of when it happened. I know it has something to do with him knowing that Priscilla and Spiegel were taking Lisa's money out of her trust, but there's other aspects of it too. It wasn't just money and what he knew. It was also about what he did. So that's very important. And that's all I can tell you right now. But eventually I'll be able to. I just got to ask permission. I always have to ask permission before I say something that's exclusive like that, because people would get mad at me if I was just to blab my mouth and people say, hey, keep something a secret. So, but I'll ask. But I will say this. It's so Priscilla how she got rid of Marco. It's so Priscilla. But, that's all Priscilla knows how to do is lie, make up stories, make herself relevant in the Elvis world. She likes to put a wool over the Elvis fans' eyes. Most of us see the lies coming out of her mouth, but there are some Elvis fans that think she's awesome. It's sad that they think she's awesome, but we've seen it. If we start arguing with Elvis fans that love Priscilla, what's the very first thing that they say to us in the comment section when we start trying to tell them that Priscilla is a liar? Their very first comments that they give us is usually, we're jealous. Oh, you're just jealous of Prissy Pants. Yeah, we're jealous. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure we are. Ashley, Shauna, has any of the stuff you've heard privately really shocked you about Priscilla? Yes. As much as I think to myself, I could never be shocked. I've heard it all. I have been shocked. I got to the point where I heard something and it made me turn off everything for a couple of days and be in the fetal position on my bed and cry. I have heard a voice recording and saw things that it would make a grown man cry, if that answers your question. It made me depressed. It made me not want to talk to anybody. It made me want to shut off the world for a couple of days. So if that answers your question, Ashley, shocked is an understatement. Just when I thought that I've heard it all, seen it all, nothing prepared me from what I've heard. Kelsey says if anyone wants to read Kathy Westmoreland's book, she has a PDF copy and she can share it with everybody. That's so sweet of you, Kelsey. Thank you. My editor, Kyle, sent me a copy of it, I believe. I need to listen to it myself. Vulvis, Priscilla washed that man Marco right out of her hair. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then some. Margaret, Elvis fans usually that love Priscilla either say you either hate her or jealous. They tell me both. Yeah. Catherine, I would love to have a picture with Prissy, only if she turns around and the photo would be of me and Cousin It from the Addams Family. Oh, I love that. Sometimes I think of the Addams Family when I see her with Navarone. P. Littenkoff. I can understand completely, but the Orange Clerk website, Florida, said something about a pretrial conference scheduled July 28, 2026. I wonder if that means the thing this year has been pushed. Well, as far as I know, the Brigitte versus Priscilla is a jurisdiction hearing, and it's supposed to be July 21st. So we'll see what happens. Molly, I've never been called jealous, but other names and straight up bully for sure. I have been called prissy hater, jealous, ignorant, even though they should Google and find out their own stuff. Priscilla's done enough evil in her life, right? She's evil. I tell you, she's evil. She's money hungry, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna listen to a recording that I got from my friend, and I'm gonna tell you something you guys don't know yet. So hold on, give me a second. My friend don't want to want me to let you guys hear her voice. So I'm going to give you the gist of what she sent me. I'm going to give you the gist of it. Hold on a minute. All right. Give me a second. Okay. So when Brigitte and Priscilla were doing business together, okay, back around 2023, Lisa just died. And Brigitte got her 3 gigs. And those 3 gigs earned her about $1 million. Then Priscilla stayed at home for 3 months so she could fake grieve her daughter Lisa's passing. And when I mean fake grieve, I mean it. She was not grieving the way that most people think that she was. But anyways, Brigitte got her $1 million for doing three gigs, 3 shows. Okay? Now, Priscilla is calling foul and telling the court that it's elder abuse that Brigitte did to her with her company, making her hours. She did 3 shows in 2023 and got $1 million. Hold that in your thoughts. Okay? Keep that right there. Now, fast forward into Priscilla leaving Brigitte, doing stuff on her own, and having her new PR team. Okay? Her new PR team has had her do 36 shows and continuing to do nonstop shows right now, like these Comic-Cons and all these nights with Priscilla and blah, 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 blah. 36 shows it took to make her $1 million with her new PR team. Okay? Now, when the judge sees and hears the evidence in this case, would you agree, guys, that someone doing 3 shows and making $1 million is less elder abuse than somebody making you do 36 to 40 shows in a year and barely make $1 million? Which is the person overusing, abusing, and making someone overwork? Is it 3 shows in 2023 to make $1 million? Or 36 shows in a year to barely make $1 million? Because this is what the court will be hearing, folks. So you guys tell me, which is the business person making you overwork here? The person over here making in a month, 3 shows in a month for $1 million, or 36 shows in a year for barely $1 million? Which is the elder abuse and the one overworking Priscilla right now? Because in my point of view, I would have to say 3 shows in a month to make $1 million. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. That's great. Not elder abuse, not overworking somebody. Heck, I can do 3 shows in a week. Or 36 shows in different areas of the country, back and forth, traveling back and forth for $1 million. You're right, Margaret. Her PR team now is doing more elder abuse than what Brigitte had her do. Plus, when Brigitte goes on the stand to testify, she will have the videotape of Priscilla being videotaped with her lawyer, stating how much she loved Brigitte, trusted Brigitte with her whole life, and asked them to let Brigitte into the room as she was signing the paperwork of her own free will and of her own free mind. So when the judge finally sees all this stuff, unless he's paid off, I don't know a judge that's going to see all this stuff and hear all this stuff and be on Priscilla's side at all, especially her PR team now. If anything, her PR team now is overworking her. Look how many things that she's done in this. It seems every week she's somewhere else. Every weekend she's somewhere else doing something, right? She's being overworked right now. Yet she's telling the court that Brigitte overworked her? No. Impossible. Impossible. So I just wanted you guys to know that the PR team that she has now, the management team that she is under now, is overworking her more now. And she's making less money than she did with Brigitte for doing less shows. And that's a fact. And there's paperwork to prove this when the court starts. Priscilla did a tax return and sent it to the court to show how much she made under Brigitte and how much she made under the team that she's with now. She made more money in less time with Brigitte than she's making now with busting her butt with this other team that she's with now. So, I mean, if that doesn't get the judge thinking, I don't know what will. Okay, guys? So, keep that in mind. Velvis. Exactly. It's only because of Elvis Presley. She should wear a sign around her neck saying Elvis was here with an arrow pointing down below. Oh, that's funny. Wow. Purple Green agrees and says down below and in between. Oh my gosh. Catherine, oh my god, no you didn't. At Velvis, that was a good one. Y'all are so funny. You crack me up. All right, let me hear the other voice message so I can get across with what else my friend wanted to say. Hold on. So, Brigitte's lawyer said that Priscilla and her team doesn't need an evidentiary hearing. They have all the information that they need. It's just time to go to court and testify. So that's basically what's going to happen July 21st. Brigitte gets to tell her tale. Brigitte gets to tell her story. Brigitte's also going to tell the judge of why Priscilla, who says that she had no business in Florida. This is when Brigitte is going to tell the court why Priscilla had business in Florida, why Priscilla wanted to move to Florida. Because if you remember, Priscilla had a meeting with our president, Donald Trump, and I'm not going political here, guys. I'm just giving you the facts. Priscilla had a meeting with Donald Trump, our president, to talk to his realtor to find her a home around the Mar-a-Lago, Florida area. So Brigitte's going to tell the court why Priscilla wanted to move to California. And she's going to show evidence. And that's going to be July 21st. She's going to show the evidence presented to the court on why Priscilla wanted to move to Florida. And we're going to get to the issue on the great-grandson of Elvis Presley. And that's part of it. But Brigitte promises. She promises she is not going to tell the name. of the great-grandchild, little boy, because this little boy is underage, and she doesn't want the world to hurt this little boy. And there's a lot of people that are upset with Brigitte, thinking that she was going to use the name of a little boy, minor, to get what she wants. No, Brigitte's not going to do that. She's not going to tell the court the name, identity, or whereabouts of this child. She's just going to say, with the proof, that there is a great-grandchild of Elvis Presley. And that's one of the reasons why Priscilla wanted to move to Florida. And that's going to be out soon. But the name of that child will not be thrown out there. And Aaron, when he was saying that it was John Travolta's kid, you guys, there's no proof of that. There is proof that there is a great-grandchild, but there's no proof that it's John Travolta's child at all. Okay? So we have to wait. But she's not going to be revealing the name of this minor child, unlike what Aaron in Scientology or other YouTube channels have done. Okay? This could be a different child, a different way, a different relationship. Okay? And yes, purple green, another bloodline from Elvis, really, more than Priscilla. So, we're going to have to wait and see. But she's not going to use a minor's name to get what she wants. So, all the haters out there who have accused my friend Brigitte Kruse of using a minor child to get what she wants is horrible. Because she's not. She's not going to use this child's name in court or this whereabouts. It's going to be sealed, and she's going to show the judge the paperwork, and it's going to be sealed for the protection of this child. Because as you know, guys, if a minor child is involved, you're not supposed to legally use the child's name or whereabouts. So she's not cold-hearted like some of these people think she is. Okay? And you're right, P.T. Littenkoff. Oh, Lord. Lord of mercy. But it's all going to come out. And when it does, it's going to be a bombshell in itself. But the name of the little boy, of that minor, will not be involved in the court. Only through sealed documents. Because my friend is not heartless like some people think she is. And you shouldn't assume something just because a channel that's associated with Scientology says so. Okay? Exactly, Arlene. You got to be careful with what you read anymore. Catherine, that's true. But all these shady judges at this day and time, money talks, but we hope not. Well, it's true. I've already said I believe that Priscilla has paid off certain judges in the past. Granted, I can never prove it, but I mean, come on. Come on. All right, let me hear what else was told to me. Hold on. So the win that Brigitte had was to have her jurisdiction hearing. She wasn't going to, but the judge decided to hear the case, and he could have threw it out, but he didn't. He's going to hear the case July 21st. He didn't side with Priscilla's team. He sided with Brigitte's because Brigitte's from Florida and the court case is in Florida. And even though the Priscilla side said that they don't need an evidentiary hearing, Brigitte's side said that she did, And the judge listened to Brigitte's lawyers and sided with Brigitte. Yet nobody is talking about this. Everybody's talking that Priscilla got a win because her elder abuse case will be heard in California. Excuse me. She didn't get a win. Wherever you file is where the court hearing will be. So basically, she filed in California for her elder abuse case. So she's going to have her case in California. Woohoo! Whoop-de-doo! That's not a win. Okay, but Brigitte had a win, but nobody's talking about it. Brigitte gets her evidentiary hearing for jurisdiction on July 21st. And when that happens, I hope we all hear some good news. Yep, because it will be some good news indeed. I know it will. Because if the judge hears and sees the videotapes that I have heard and seen, it's not going to look good for Priscilla. It's not going to look good for any of it. It's going to look really bad for her. And it's going to make her out to be a liar. And if the mainstream media were to catch on to what I've seen and heard, she's going to be the devil. And not the devil in disguise, folks. People are going to make her one when they found out how she acted, how she was videotaped, how she acted the day Lisa died. Once everybody finds out how Lisa died and how Priscilla acted and how she was videotaped, it's going to make her in the worst light possible. And there's no PR team in the world that will make her look good ever again. She will be enemy number one. And Jesse, how is the grandchild involved in all this? Just to prove a point, the judge was saying, well, not the judge, Priscilla's team was saying in court that Priscilla had no business in Florida. Well, that opened a Pandora's box where Brigitte shows that, yes, she did have business in Florida. This was her business in Florida. She wanted to move to Florida to be closer to her great-grandchild that not many people know about. In fact, a lot of people don't know about. So basically, it just opened a Pandora's box to show the court that Priscilla's team and Priscilla was lying that she had business in Florida, even though Priscilla was trying to tell the court that she had no business in Florida whatsoever. Even though we all know she had business in Florida, she asked Donald Trump's realtor to help find her a home in Florida. So, she just keeps lying. And she's a constant liar, and she thinks that every time she goes to court, all she has to do is play dumb and lie, and she wins. She's done this ever since she divorced Elvis. If she plays dumb and lies, she wins. But Brigitte doesn't want, she's not gonna give her this win easy. She's gonna make her work for it. And I hope she does. Catherine, Lisa Marie was the shining light. Prissy was the dark cloud. Yeah, she was. I mean, if you want to put it this way, Lisa Marie was Elvis's daughter, and he loved her dearly. And Priscilla was the dark shadow behind her every step of the way, taking and absorbing every bit of light that she had until she didn't have anymore. And if you hear and see the things I have, it would make you, I mean, I don't hate people. And I pray to God every day that my heart is not hardened. But guys, I cannot stand Priscilla Presley. If you guys have not figured it out already. But I have reasons to. I had reasons to before I started talking to Brigitte and others, But now it's, uh, I'll put it lightly, I wouldn't piss on her if she was on fire. Okay, at this point, I wouldn't piss on her if she was on fire. If it was to save her life and she was on fire, I wouldn't pee on her. And she's going to get what she deserves. If not in this life, in the next. Because it's horrible of what she did. It's horrible of what she done. It's horrible of what she done, not just to her child, but to her grandchildren. And then she tells us that she didn't sue her grandchildren. Yes, you did. You did too. You certainly did sue your grandchildren. She's such a liar. Elvis, I hope that day will come. I do. But a lot of this stuff is in court. And saying something right now that a court case is being revolved around, I can't disclose. But I will say this. Rest assured, the vileness of this woman and how she can just walk around with her head held high is sickening. It's sickening. Okay? She is an evil, vile, sick old lady. And she did it to herself with her deeds and her acts. And she treated her daughter like shit. And she continues to make money off of Elvis and his daughter. She has no talent. She has no bearings, yet she keeps getting these fake awards. Her PR team sends her places where they honor her. She deserves no honor. She deserves nothing. And we're all sitting here waiting patiently for when karma finally hits her in real life and not just her face. You know? And Purple Green, I mean, yes, Riley helped do the book to get Lisa's book out there. But when it comes to what I know about it, I'm going to keep my opinions about Riley to myself. But I will say this, in my point of view, the only ones innocent in all of this are the twins because they're underage and they had nothing to do with any of it. And I have heard that they are in counseling and they're not in Scientology, so they can get the counseling that they deserve, because you guys know Scientology do not believe in counseling, do not believe in psychiatric help, do not believe in mental health or any of that. But thank God that Michael Lockwood didn't put those kids in Scientology. So thank the Lord for that. And Velvis, I do not even understand to this day how Priscilla fans defend her like she's some kind of inspirational role model. She is no role model. In fact, in the dictionary under the original gold digger, they need to have her picture because she is the original gold digger in my book. Also, I wanted to tell you something else that you guys may not be aware of. Okay? All right. So when Lisa died, we all know that she didn't have any money. She didn't have any money. The money that the kids got was through an insurance policy, correct? Well, I know upon her death, she didn't have any money. It was insurance money that the kids got. And Michael Lockwood realized that EPE wasn't paying Michael Lockwood and Bridget were finally realizing that EPE wasn't even paying Lisa Marie anything for anything that they were using of her. They weren't. They were just taking advantage of Lisa Marie. And Lisa didn't think anything of it, but they used Lisa's stuff and they wouldn't pay her for it. And upon her death, she didn't have any money, and she didn't have any money because EPE really needed to give her money for what they used for her, but they didn't give her the money of anything that they used. Okay? So, Michael Lockwood contacted Brigitte and asked her if she would help. Now, think about it this way. If Brigitte was enemy number one, like Priscilla says she was, why would Michael Lockwood, the twins' dad, contact Brigitte and tell her, can you help us so the twins don't get in the same bind with EPE as Lisa Marie did? So, from the kindness of Brigitte made it so she can have control over their name, likeness, and image of the twins. So when EPE uses stuff of them, they get paid. She basically copyrighted them. She copyrighted the twins, Harper and Finley. So if any pictures, any memorabilia, things done with the twins, EPE will owe the twins money. And Michael Lockwood did this through Brigitte so the twins have something in the end. Because when Lisa died, they all realized, Priscilla didn't, she didn't care. But when Lisa died, the twins, Riley, Michael, all wasn't getting paid her just desserts for all the stuff EPE was using on her all these years. She wasn't getting paid. They weren't paying her. They were using her name, likeness, and image, and they didn't pay her a dime. So through Michael Lockwood asking Brigitte to help him, she copyrighted, trademarked even, the twins. So if anything is used, they get paid. And did you guys notice something? That in Lisa's book, there's no picture of the twins. Did you guys think why? Why isn't there no pictures of the twins in Lisa's book? Because Riley didn't want to pay the twins to use their picture. There you go. I just thought I'd share that with you. That's information that you guys probably didn't know. If you guys didn't even think about it. I mean, I thought about it when I read the book of Lisa. I was like, why isn't there any pictures of the twins in her book? And lo and behold, I asked Brigitte, and she told me the whole story. It's because the twins are trademarked. Brigitte helped them be trademarked, copyrighted. So if you use any of their likeness or image, you have to pay them. It was per Michael Lockwood looking out for his girls. And the funny thing is, they're not in Lisa Marie's book, their picture, because Riley, their own sister, didn't want to pay them. So y'all can take that to the bank and come up with your own conclusions. But there you go. Their own sister didn't want to pay them for their likeness and image for their mom's book. So, yep. If you guys didn't know it, now you do. That's some information right there. It's kind of exclusive. Not many people know that, but now you do. If Brigitte was a heartless woman, like some people think she is, she wouldn't even have bothered to help the twins. But through Michael Lockwood, he asked her to, and she did. So if anybody uses anything of the twins to this day, they have to pay. And thanks to Brigitte, they will get paid. Yep. And Joy says that she doesn't trust Riley. She has zero attachment to Elvis or Graceland. A lot of people feel that way. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. And everybody in my chat, everybody on my channel can speak their mind here however they want. There's no dictatorship in my chat. You guys can say whatever you want. This is a place of belonging. It's a safe place. You guys can say whatever you guys want. You guys can be angry. You guys can be, just keep it respectful. But you're allowed to say whatever you want. Your opinions count. I care about y'all's opinions. Not everybody's going to have the same opinion, and that's fine. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? Well, on my channel, everybody is welcome to their opinion. Just keep it respectful. I'm not going to kick you out of my chat and block you because I don't believe in your opinion. And I'm not, as long as you're respectful, I'm not going to block you from my channel. I'm not that kind of person. That's not how I roll. That's not how I'm made. I know everybody's going to think different, and that's fine. Just keep it respectful, but I'm not the type of person like other channels are where I'm going to block you because I don't agree with you. That's to me, that's bullshit, and I don't go that way. But this is a safe place. Y'all are fine to tell me whatever you feel, and I know some of y'all like Riley, and some of y'all don't, and that's fine. That's fine. You're not gonna upset me at all. Just keep it respectful, and we'll be good. Catherine said that Riley calls Elvis Elvis instead of Grandpa or Papa or Granddad, which is true. I have heard her say Elvis and not any of the other terms of endearment like Grandpa, Papa, or Granddad or Grandfather. Yep. Golden Retriever puppies. Riley is a transgender. Are you thinking that she is the unknown grandson? Well, Golden Retriever puppies, I have never heard that before. How do you know Riley is a transgender? You think she's a born boy into a girl, or how does that work out? I'm not quite sure. I don't know what you're going at there. Margaret, I think Riley did invite Prissy to Memphis when she done her first book tour of the book. Of course she did. I have it on higher ups telling me this. Riley knew Priscilla was going to walk on that stage in Memphis. Riley knew it. Riley knew it. Yep. She wasn't surprised. Riley wanted her grandmother, Nona, on that stage. And I know from the higher ups, it was all planned. It was all planned. There was no surprise of that day. Michelle says that she doesn't believe Riley is a positive force in the Elvis world. And you're perfectly fine with your opinion, Michelle. Like I said, there's a few people that trust Riley, and there's a few people that don't. Ashley, Lisa Marie was the only one who really cared about Elvis's legacy. That was very obvious. None of them showed up for any Elvis event. True. When Elvis got the Medal of Freedom, nobody in his family came. In fact, even the ex-wife Priscilla was doing some Michael Bublé thing. She cared more about Michael Bublé than she cared about Elvis getting the Medal of Freedom. So, and I just turned off my monitor. Hold on, I'm trying to turn it back on. Uh-oh. Oopsie. There you go. Joy. Riley said she has only sad memories of the time with Lisa at Graceland because it made Lisa Marie sad. I know. She got the blunt end of it. Ashley, Lisa Marie was the only one who cared. I know. I mean, we all know Lisa Marie loved her father so very much. She cared deeply. She loved us Elvis fans. And a lot of us Elvis fans loved her. I know I did. And I know all you did too. Rosalind says, good for Michael Lockwood. I mean, he's still Michael Asshat Lockwood, though. Don't get me wrong. He's made mistakes. But at least he was thinking of the twins, And you're right, Rosalind. I also respect him for keeping the twins out of Scientology and from taking their money. Catherine says, I'm not even 60 years old and I don't travel like Prissy. She must get her Geritol, the road runner. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a song, Catherine. You remember that uh song that George Jones had in the 90s? I don't need your rocking chair, your Geritol or your Medicare. Velvis, I don't know what to make of Riley after Priscilla was allowed at the book talk at Graceland. Velvis, you're not alone. A lot of us didn't know what to make of her after that day. A lot of us got angry at her. We're like, how could Riley do that? A book where her mother basically says, Michael Edwards sexually molested me and my mother didn't even give a crap. Yet she let her on stage. And Molly says, if you own a building that's holding a small event, you'd probably know who's coming in and out. Oh, you would. They knew all along Priscilla was going to go on stage at Graceland. Everyone knew. Arlene goes, that's a lot of poo-poo going around. Well, you know, EP got to clean up Prissy Pants poo-poo. She's constantly making bad decisions, constantly making bad business decisions, but they got to clean up her poo-poo. We got to clean up her mistakes. Ashley, honestly, when Lisa died, I knew things would never be the same. She kept the lights on in Memphis. Now things seem dim. Amen. That's when all the lights went out in Memphis. Yep. Rainbow. Shauna, hi everyone. Hi, Rainbow. Mwah. I missed you, darling. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. End time news. Say what you want about Michael Lockwood, but he and his wife are good to the twins and raising them in church. I'm originally from Memphis, and my mom's family knew the Presleys before AP was famous. All right, End Time News. I mean, like I said, he did good by getting Brigitte to help them get their name, likeness, and image copyrighted and trademarked so they can make money. That was good. And I'm glad that they're not in Scientology. That's real good too. I'm glad they're in church. Amen. And I'm also glad that they're in counseling. You know, I have nothing bad to say about the twins. Nothing. Jessie, my grandma had a huge Elvis fan, and I have a feeling she would be livid about the stuff we're all finding out about to disrespect Elvis and make money off of him. Oh yeah, she's a leech. See, she's a leech. And she's one of the vampires and leeches that Lisa was talking about. You know? Oh. Molly, for sure. She's very vacant behind the eyes. Seems hard to trust, no doubt. Catherine, to be honest, this is just weird. Them twins should be modeling or actress on a soap opera, everything, just to quit with them weird. We want to see them twins represent Elvis. Well, Catherine, excuse me, they're minors. They're not adults yet. They're still in high school. You know, their future hasn't been mapped out yet. Okay? I do know that one of them is, well, some of the pictures that she posts of her, woof, woof. Sometimes I think they use Photoshop a little too much, you know, to endow them a little too much. You know, they're making themselves look a little too older for their age, if you know what I'm saying. But I think that's just them acting out. They lost their brother at a young age, and their mother had their brother in their house for 2 months after he died before they buried him. Remember? That would be traumatizing. according to Lisa's book. And they lost their mama at a young age. So they've got a lot of issues to go through. And I think if they are in church, then they're on the right path, and they're in counseling. And I pray that they get better, and their future is not even mapped out yet. And I hope they have a wonderful, happy life. And I hope the Presley curse moves past them. And you know what they say about generational curses, right? you have to break the cycle and not repeat the past, and do things completely different to break the cycle. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go. It is 11:06. I enjoyed talking to each and every one of you guys tonight. I hope you did learn something from me tonight. If not, at least I hope you had fun, or at least entertained. Thank you, guys. You could have went to any Elvis channel for your Elvis news and the spilling of the tea, but you didn't. You came to mine tonight, and for that, I love each and every one of you. I do. Know that you guys are loved, because you are. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you liked what you saw, please like the video for the algorithm and subscribe to my channel. There's plenty of Elvis, Priscilla, Brigitte content and Elvis history to go around. And I appreciate you guys for joining me this evening, because you know what? It's always fun. It's always fun. You know, I love you guys, and I'll do anything for you. You know that. We've been through it, through thick and thin, all these stories. We have been through it, guys. It's like we've been in the barracks together, you and I. The good, the bad, the ugly, all these Elvis news, even the bad stuff. We've been through it, haven't we? And we're going to go through some more. Definitely. And when Prissy Pants' book comes out, I'm going to debunk it on my show every week. We're going to talk the crap about it. And trust me, I ain't going to be a very, very happy camper, but I'm going to read it, and we're going to debunk it. But that'll be during the fall when it comes out. But we'll have fun, won't we? We always do. But guys, I love y'all. Thank you for joining me this evening. I had fun. It was great. But I'm going to have to go, okay, guys? I love y'all. TCBTLC. God bless you all. And you know what? I'll see you on the other side, of course. Bye, everybody. If you guys haven't checked out my birthday video, go check it out. And also, I'll be back at you guys real soon with another video. I promise. Bye, everybody. Bless y'all. See y'all later, all right? Bye now.